The purpose of this video is to show you how to replace the switch assembly on a Broan GLA2 or an MTR2 Broan range hood. First things first, make sure that power is turned off. Find the appropriate breaker and turn it to the off position. Next step is removing those grease filters. Go ahead and put your finger in the finger hole of the filter. You can push to the back and drop the front of that filter downward. Once the filters are removed, go ahead and remove that electrical box cover. There is one screw holding that box cover. Once that screw is removed, go ahead and open that box cover compartment and you can remove it. Now, for filming purposes, there's no electrical hooked up to this hood. I have this hood laying on a workbench, again, for filming purpose. The next step would be removing 8 screws holding the metal bracket cover. And this bracket basically covers all the electrical components in this range hood. There's going to be 4 across the front, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. These are Phillips head screws, so go ahead and remove those screws. Once all 8 Phillips screws are removed, go ahead, grab hold of that bracket, and you'll be able to pull that bracket downwards. If it helps, there's brackets on the left and right. You can bend those brackets in. In most cases, you shouldn't have to. That bracket will come down like so. Basically, above that bracket, you have the electronic board, the main board. So if you ever have to replace that main board, that is how you would get to it. Everything is plug and play on that board. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to get up into the nose of that hood. The first step is you're going to remove the 2 Phillips screws on the outer edge, right and left. Those 2 Phillips screws are actually holding the entire switch assembly. Once those screws are removed, you can go ahead and you can grab that bracket and pull downward. You can go ahead and unplug that switch assembly. Now take note, there are 2 more screws on the inner part of that bracket. You're going to remove those 2 screws as well. You will be reusing this bracket with your new switch that you're going to be installing. Once the 2 screws are removed, go ahead and grab that new switch assembly, and you're just going to reverse the process. You're going to put that bracket back on with the 2 screws that you just removed. You're going to be careful not to make that bracket tight, so don't screw those screws too tight. That bracket needs to basically move on that switch. Go ahead and plug that harness back into that switch assembly. Take note, it only goes one way. Again, that bracket slides. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to line the switches with the holes in the nose of the hood. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to put the two outer screws back into that main bracket. Once the two screws are in, you can take that bracket and you can slide it from left to right just to make sure that the switches are in the correct position so they line up perfectly like you see. Next step is reasserting the electrical bracket. You're going to basically just slide it up. Make sure that all wires are tucked nicely up inside so no wires get pinched. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to reinsert the 8 screws that you took out previously. Once the 8 screws are in, go ahead, grab that electrical box cover, and you can fasten that with that one screw that you removed earlier. Once that screw is in place, go ahead and grab the grease filters, and you can go ahead and snap those grease filters back in. Don't forget to turn that electrical power on, and your installation is complete. I sure hope this video helps. Thanks for watching.